Making headline news this Wednesday morning, one person is dead after a terrible crash with an MTA bus, and it happened this morning right in the middle of rush hour. Sky 5 shows us the scene on Charlotte Avenue in Midtown around 6 a.m. Authorities say the driver of the car may have fallen asleep, causing him to swerve into oncoming traffic, hitting the bus head on. Several people were on the bus at the time, but they're all expected to be okay. And elsewhere, a little boy is dead and 4 others were injured after a violent wreck in Smyrna. Police tell us an SUV and a pickup truck collided on Old Nashville Highway near Rocky Fork Road around 6:30 last night. All 4 people inside the SUV were rushed to the hospital, including 2 children under the age of 12. We're told a 10-year-old died as a result of the crash. No word yet on the conditions of the other victims. The driver of the pickup truck was not hurt. Police have not said what caused the crash or if any charges will be filed. In Robertson County, a woman there is dead after a devastating house fire. These pictures into us this morning from our news partner at Smoky Barn News. Neighbors called 911 after hearing an explosion at this home in Springfield on Park Street around 11 last night. We understand the victim was confined to a wheelchair. The fire marshal has been called out, but investigators do not suspect foul play. Another blaze, this one in Sylvan Park, leaves residents picking up the pieces this morning after a massive fire destroyed their home. It happened around 2:30 this morning on Nevada Avenue. 4 people were inside the home that split into 3 different apartments and a recording studio. 3 firefighters were treated on the scene for heat-related problems. Right now, an electrical issue is one of the likely causes, but the age of the home also presented several problems for crews who say it took more than an hour to get the flames under control.
When you go into a home that's had a lot of renovation and so forth done, until you get in there, you don't know. And then when you're inside there, of course, with smoke and flames, you can't really see. So you kind of do trial and error, figuring out what you can access and what you cannot access.
How scary for the firefighters, but fortunately, though, everyone escaped safely and no one was hurt. More than a dozen guitars, though, and other valuable musical instruments were saved, so good news there. And it was supposed to be a vacation these folks would never forget, but now the nightmare voyage is memorable for all the wrong reasons. As Marley Hall shows us, passengers and crews from a cruise ship are back on dry land this morning after being stranded at sea.
The Carnival ship safely docked in Sydney Harbor after a long night at sea during a massive storm. Video taken from inside the Carnival Spirit shows powerful 30-foot waves slamming against the ship. Nearly 3,500 passengers and crew were on board.
Upstairs on the main deck, a lot of the glass had actually been pushed out and smashed all over the place. Chairs just turned like lollipops. It's just crazy.
The ship couldn't dock because the violent waters and winds up to 85 miles per hour forced officials to shut down the harbor.
The ship would have literally surfed into the harbor, and that's good for some people. That's not very good for me.
It's all part of a massive storm system pounding the Australian coast. 3 people have been killed since Monday, and emergency responders rescued nearly 50 people. No one was hurt aboard the Carnival ship. After some minor repairs, the ship is expected to sail again Wednesday evening.
We'll wait and see what the afternoon brings, and we'll decide whether we get on.
No doubt with some nervous passengers on board. Marley Hall, CBS News.